Hey everyone, it's Andy with the Reverb Tone Report, and today we'd like to show you 5 compact effects from Pogo Pedals. These are all analog and cover a wide gamut from compression to fuzz to modulation, so let's check them out. Introducing the Harmony series from Pogo Pedals. After releasing their flagship Zen Ray Overdrive in 2020, Pogo Pedals set out to offer 5 compact analog effects containing boutique sounds at an affordable price. The Comp Plus Boost takes a unique approach by adopting a compression circuit found in an early 80s solid-state Ampeg amplifier. There's also a clean blend in parallel that allows this compressor to avoid the slow attack and squishy side effects of earlier compressors. Plus 15 decibels of clean and compressed output make this pedal an excellent boost that can enhance other pedals or push an amp into overdrive. The Octavia is an analog octave up fuzz with a clean blend on board. Lower gain settings produce a cleaner clang that blends nicely with other fuzz or dirt pedals, while higher gain and higher clean blend settings helps fill out the lows and mids. The modern fuzz takes a path less traveled, forgoing tone benders and fuzz faces and instead using the rare wedge-shaped FC1S as inspiration. This hard-hitting fuzz offers high-gain silicon transistor tone with fatter lows and a fatter clean blend than the original. Heading into modulation, Pogo Pedals delivers an analog phaser/vibrato that is sweet and swirling. The OTA-based circuit takes a more hi-fi approach that avoids the mid-range push and distortion of other phasers. The vibrato mode goes from a very subtle warp to rapid ray gun effects and everything in between. Plus, an output level makes sure that this phaser is never lost in the mix. Lastly, the vintage tremolo takes inspiration from a rare Schaller TR68 tremolo. Using much higher gain silicon transistors than the original, the chop is on, and the toggle switch widens the speed range, helping you nail the exact pulse you're looking for. Plus, on the inside, you'll notice a clean blend that dials in less chop and more swampier waveforms. For more information on the Harmony series by Pogo Pedals, head over to Reverb right now and check them out. Alright, so I've got all the Pogo Pedals here, and I'm just going to start from the beginning of the signal chain. In this case, it's the compressor and booster. And booster is right, there's a lot of output, whether that's the compressed or the clean signal. So that's a nice subtle compression. Let's add a bit more of the compression strength and also some clean signal to regain the initial dry attack of the guitar. And let's take it a bit further. I'm going to have the benefits of a higher compression setting to get all that sustain, but I'm also going to boost the clean signal output to really just regain the full-bodied tone. So we're getting a clean output and also that nice sustain we get from the compression. So as you can tell, it's a compressor with a very quick attack, so it really doesn't have that kind of squishy feeling as a lot of those late 70s compressors. Let's try this with some other effects like the phaser, and the compression really enhances the tone and the coloration of the phaser and the vibrato modes. We also have an output level on this phaser too, so we can get a bit more grit out of the amp. Kicking over to the vibrato mode, it's a bit more subtle, but you do get a lot of pitch modulation because the dry signal is taken out of the mix. So I'm going to try some faster speeds in this mode. And while we're exploring modulation, let's cut to the end of the pedal board and check out the tremolo in the slow and fast modes. I think it's time we tried some fuzz out, and both of these have clean blend, which is a really nice feature, especially if you want to get a little bit more clarity in complex chords, or you want some other effects stacked before or after it to come through with a bit more distinction. unlike a lot of octave up fuzzes, cranking up the gain is actually a really usable setting. It's not overly splatty or compressed. It actually fills out the low end even more. And the great thing about this circuit is that it's not one of those that actually, cuts off the decay of the notes. And obviously it stacks well with the modern fuzz, so let's just get in the ins and outs of this one and also check out the clean blend and see how it helps out. Now let's roll in some clean blend and see how it affects those upper ringing notes. There's also dark and bright modes, and this comes in really handy, especially if you want to mix it with a clean signal and you're kind of just looking for the right amount of overtones. As you can see, I have it pointed more towards the clean signal, and I'll play around with the dark and bright switch just to get the right mix. And since I've got all the pedals here, let's try some different combinations. They really stack well with each other, obviously, and I'm gonna try something with a fast trem, a slower phaser, and a nice compression setting just to kind of keep everything together. And actually the cool thing about the level knob on the tremolo at the end is that I've dialed it back below unity gain, so with it on it's gonna be a quieter sound, and when I switch it off, it's gonna help with a lead boost. there's your look at 5 compact Pogo pedals, and you can find them right here on Reverb. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.